Hello and welcome to another update video about oil. So we continue to work on the uptrend that has possibly started. Just wanted to remind you that we've possibly bottomed here in the long-term trend reversal area. Yeah, so this was the long-term trend reversal area. It's a pretty large one, but it is so large because it relates to the entire wave 1 and then here a wave 2 to the downside. Probably for the next video I'm going to make a change to this wave count. It is not so meaningful at the moment, it's not so relevant, but I will probably, so there are a few options here how we can construct this, because at the moment the move, which looks quite impulsive, indicates that we have indeed bottomed. At least the strong potential is there. Of course, it now needs to break out above the resistance. We've got resistance at $87, then at 89. Above 89, it should move quite quickly, in my opinion, to 98, then 105. The question is now, is this wave 2? So it's basically like that. Is this wave 2 already in, or do we see a more extended correction before we come down once more? But either way, the way it looks at the moment with a gap to the upside, it could very well be that we're now heading up for a considerable period. So what does that mean? So first of all, my assumption is, WXY is still my preferred option here in terms of the wave count. What could be is that the entire move down here to most recently around $71 was just within the Y wave, an A wave. We're now moving up in a B wave, but that should also take us up quite a bit, maybe above $100. If we see a little bit more price action over the next few days, I will be able to confirm that further. And then we have a C wave to the downside eventually, so that we will still see one more low. But we should still see, as long as the low, last week's low is holding, we should still see considerable price action to the upside from here. First of all, of course, need to break above $87, which shouldn't be a problem if the forecast is correct. Or if wave 2 is already in, and then I would also like to adjust the wave count here a little bit. Just need to, there are ways of doing it. I just haven't found the time to do it, but we certainly have enough waves to count the move down complete, but I will not leave wave A here, wave B here, and wave C here. It's just not, that doesn't make any sense and is completely out of proportion, but there are other ways of doing it, and I'm gonna look into that for next video, but that doesn't really matter. That's more like the academic viewpoint here. We want to make it, relevant for practice, right? So knowing that we have enough waves down to possibly complete the correction, knowing that we headed into the long-term Fibonacci support zone and trend reversal area, and knowing that we rallied now quite impulsively and gapped to the upside, indicates for now a bottom. Could very well be that this third wave is now in, that we're now working here on a fourth before we move higher in a fifth. So one more high certainly should happen here on the micro level. I am counting this here as a 1-2-1-2 setup. At the moment, that would indicate that relevant wave 4 support is the 50% fib level. So we should not drop below that level. So we talk here about this support range. Let me move that to the side. And we have already touched the 23.6 fib level. Seems to be relevant, this box, because we already reacted here to the $84 level, 78.6 fib. Ideal target for a fourth wave would be 82.70 in this case. That's the 38.2 fib level. Below that, I've got the 50% retracement, and then we could rally in a fifth wave. As soon as we have a confirmed bottom in place here, I can give you a target here for the fifth. Now, there could also be this, this trend line could provide additional support when we come down here. So it's around the 38.2 fib level, which is the ideal target anyway, plus then this trend line, and that could give it more power for an upswing. So for now, I'm focused on higher. That's Brent Crude, and then we also take a look at WTI. The count is very, very similar. Whatever I said about Brent Crude applies to WTI as well. but it's just different prices. And here we seem to be in the same structure. Wave 3 possibly already in. What would be wave 4 support? Let's talk about that as well. So wave 4. It appears to be a little bit more bullish in terms of, how it moved, because it already broke above the previous high. Yeah, Brent didn't do that, but WTI did. Okay, so here it also touched the relevant support area now that is relevant for a wave 4. Please note that a drop below that level would make the chart again less reliable and would slightly shift probabilities towards a breakdown again, but for now I remain focused on the upside. Please note that trend reversals are always the most difficult developments on charts, right? Yeah, in TA, trend reversals are very difficult to forecast because they can so easily still break down. But here it's the 77.20 level that needs to hold. That is the 50% FIB level. Ideal target for that setback in a fourth wave would be 78.31. Again, just from experience, it is the ideal target for a fourth wave, but generally it is the entire orange box that WTI could use here, and it's already fulfilled minimum expectations in the fourth wave by touching the 23.6 FIB level. Bear in mind that a wave 4 can often be a triangle, so we might just have a bit more sideways action over the coming days before we see further trend continuation. And 77, as long as that's holding, I would expect we're now on the road to $100. That's my update about oil. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.